Assalamu alaikum class. Today the last topic of the chapter number 10, that is salt. ठीक है. और salt के बारे में वैसे we are all familiar with the salt. We daily routine में we use different kind of salt. The most common salt is a table salt, that is sodium chloride. So we are going to introduce how the salts are formed. Actually we are going to study the chemistry of the salt, not about their flavors. We are talking about the chemistry of the salt. ठीक है. What are the salts according to your book? Salt are the ionic compound formed by the neutralization of acid and base. We have studied the properties of acid as well as in the properties of base, that when acid and base are react together they form salt and water. You can see in this equation. ठीक है. This is you can see in this equation, this is sodium hydroxide, that is a base, and this is HCl, that is an acid. Both are strong acid and base. They form sodium chloride, that is salt, and this with the water molecule. So this is basically this is a neutralization reaction. The acid neutralize the base or base neutralize the acid by forming salt and water. ठीक है. तो एक कोई भी सॉल्ट होता है, लाइक सोडियम क्लोराइड, वी कैन सी हियर सोडियम क्लोराइड के देयर आर टू पार्ट्स ऑफ सोडियम क्लोराइड, सोडियम एंड क्लोरीन. वी कैन सी इन द इक्वेशन, as we can see in the equation, that salt consists of two parts. First one is a positive part, that is known as cationic part, and the second one is a anionic part. ठीक है. and negative जो part है वो anionic part है, और जो positive part है वो cationic part है. We all know that ionic compounds are formed by the positive and negative charges because of the complete transfer of the electron. So one part is anionic and the other part is cationic. So the cationic part is derived from the base, so it is a basic radical. Let's see how it is derived from the base. You can see in this equation the sodium, ठीक है, react with the chlorine, so they make sodium chloride. So sodium is a metallic part or basic radical. Because it is derived from the base, so it is a basic radical, and chlorine is derived from an acid, so it is a acid radical. So if we said that sodium is positive, it is a acid basic part, and chlorine is negative, it is an acidic part. So derived from the basic part is called basic radical, and if it is derived from the acidic part, then it is called acid radical. And this is a complete neutralization reaction, that is sodium hydroxide made from the metallic part as well as hydroxyline, and non-metallic part and non-metallic part and hydrogen, and they make salt and sodium base and acid and form sodium chloride and water. How we give the name to the salt? The salt name are given on the basis of we have taken the metallic part from a metal, so name of the metal, ठीक है, and we take the name of the acid radical. ठीक. Acid radical means कि you are using the acid radical chlorine, so acidically it is called a chloride. When it is ionic form in acid, so it is called a chloride. So acid metal plus acid radical, they form the salt name, like sodium chloride. Sodium is derived from the metal part and chlorine is the acid radical. So this is the way to write the name of the acid and two way to write the name of a salt. Metal plus acidic radical is equal to the salt name. ठीक. Done. I'm hoping you have understand all this. Now we discuss the properties, characteristic properties of a salt, and these are the physical properties. ठीक है. There is no chemical properties. First we discuss the physical properties, then we go for the preparation, and then we go for the chemical properties. The first physical property, as we all know, that ionic form is crystalline shape. All the ionic compounds are found in the crystalline shape. So the salt usually found in the crystalline shape. You have seen in the salt, branded salt. The salt we used to take from the grocery shop, there is a in a form of kgs, that is an open salt. I'm not talking about that. It is usually in a powder form. But you take the branded salt like National or Shan Foods. So you can see the crystal of the salt, sodium chloride. You can see the clear crystal salt. So that is basically shape of the salt. The salt we found in the open form in the market, that is crushed and grinded salt. That is not the actual form of the salt. Then we crush and grind that salt, so it will change it will in the powdered form. So if you take the branded salt, any branded salt, National or Shan, you can see the crystals of the salt. Next, high melting and the boiling point. As we all know the properties of the ionic compounds usually have high melting and the boiling point due to the strong bonding and due to the strong shape. Crystalline shape means they have proper shape, cubic form, tetragonal, tetrahedral form. So when it forms a proper shape and proper bonding and very strong bonding, ionic bonding is strong type of bonding. So as we studied in the class 9, that is a very strong bonding. So definitely its melting and boiling point be very high. Okay? Like sodium chloride, the melting point, I think so, I do remember it may be plus 1300 or 1400. So melting and boiling point is high due to the ionic formation. Next is water of crystallization. What usually salt which have proper shape, they have water of crystallization. The water of crystallization is needed to maintain the shape of the salt, maintain the crystals of the salt. So water of crystallization is important, and it is present in usually salts because salts have proper shape in the crystals form. So they have proper shape, so they need to maintain their shape, they need some water, like calcium sulfate 2H2O. Do you remember in the practicals we have done in the previous, you will do in the practicals. So you see the copper sulfate crystal, the last we used to not evaporate all the water. We take some water at the end, so the crystals of sodium copper sulfate could be seen. Acha, you can write the copper sulfate water of crystallization in the form of molecule with formula. As I have written, in calcium sulfate have 2 water molecule to maintain the shape of the crystal. The fifth one, neutral compound. Salts are the neutral compounds. You can see in this there is a no positive or negative charge. It is a neutral compound. If it positive or negative charge do react. So salt are basically inert because they are neutral. The reason behind is that they equal number of positive and negative charges. No doubt they don't have equal number of positive or negative ion, but they have equal number of positive or negative charges. I can show you the example. As I take the example of calcium chloride. CaCl2. If I ionize that salt, it makes Cl2 plus and 2Cl negative. You can see that calcium have the positive, जो आपका positive ion part है, that is 1 calcium and 2 chlorine. It means they are not equal in the number, positive and negative ion, but their charges are equal. Charge how? Okay, calcium have plus 2 charge. Calcium have plus 2 charge. One chlorine have 1 charge and other chlorine have other charge. The total number of charges are 2. Calcium have 2 plus, chlorine have 1 and 1. Total number of charges कितने हो गए? 2. So they cancel out each other. No doubt they don't have equal number of positive or negative ions, but they have equal positive or negative charges. So you can take any example of the salt, like MgCl2. I can take MgCl2. ठीक है? Mg plus 2 Cl negative 2 Cl 1 Mg, that is 1 positive and 2 negative, but ions 1 cation and 2 anion, but their charges are equal. That's why the whole salt is found in the neutral form. Now we are going to prepare the salt. The first one is the preparation of the salt. We have 2 types of salt. Those who are water soluble, they are known as soluble salts. Those who are water insoluble, they are not an insoluble salts. So we will prepare, we have method for the preparation soluble as well as insoluble salt. First we discussed how the soluble salts are prepared. Here we have some reaction of soluble salt. There are 4 methods through which we will prepare the soluble salts. Reaction with acid and metal, reaction with acid and base, reaction with acid and metallic oxide, and the last one is the reaction of acid with the carbon. So first we are going to study about the preparation of the soluble salt. Reaction of acid with the metal. Okay? We have an acid with metal. We recall the properties of the acids. We have done the first property of the acid, in which we use acid and the metal. The concentrated acid with metal forms the salt plus liberation of the hydrogen gas, and this method is called a direct displacement method, because we are directly displacing this hydrogen with this metallic part. This hydrogen, इसकी हम जगह दे रहे हैं किसको? मैग्नीशियम को. So we are displacing the hydrogen with magnesium, so it is called a direct displacement method. The other method is of the reaction of acid and base. This reaction is very common, बहुत ही common है. We have studied in the properties of acids, properties of base, as well as in the formation of the salt. So simple acid and base and make the neutralization reaction salt plus water. I don't think so I needed to explain it more. The next one is the reaction of acid with metallic oxide. Acha, do remember that metallic oxide have the properties of the bases. Do you remember that chapter number 8 of the class 9, in which we have studied the properties of the bases, chemical properties of the metals? We have studied that metallic oxides form acidic basic oxides, because if in water they give the properties of the bases. So definitely if they give the properties of the bases, when they react with acid, definitely it will form salt and water. So it is type of the neutralization reaction, like sodium hydroxide react with HCl as copper oxide will react with H2SO4, copper sulfate plus water. These two reactions are near about the same, but there is a difference is that we are not using a base, we are using metallic oxide. This metallic oxide have the properties of the base. The other one is the reaction of acid with carbonates. When the reaction, acid react with the carbonate, it is usually forms salt, water plus carbon dioxide. Okay? Very simple reaction we have studied in the properties of the acid. कि acid जब react करते हैं carbonates के साथ, they form salt, water, and the extra thing is carbon dioxide, which is gas liberated in the form of the gas. These are the four what the property for the method for the preparation of the soluble salts, and these the salts which are formed by this method are soluble in the water. Okay? There are some other salts which are insoluble in the water, so we needed to prepare them. For that purpose, we use the method for the preparation of the insoluble salt. And we do the a lengthy procedure in which we use what will be done, that we will take two soluble salts, AgNO3 and NaCl. Both are water soluble salt. We use them in equal quantity and add it in water. When you mix these both salt, they do the exchange, and Na will form NaNO3 and Ag will form AgCl3. So one salt which is insoluble will be settled down. ठीक है, वो settle down हो जाएगा, the other one will be dissolved in the water. So the settled down water is the salt which will be settled down in the on the bottom. It means it is insoluble salt. So now we have to separate it. We use the method of evaporation. We filtrate. So it will come in the form of filtrate over the filter paper. Then we will do the evaporation, so we get the insoluble salts. These are the four methods for the preparation of soluble and insoluble salts. Now we study the type of salt. Usually on the basis of the properties of the salt are on 6 types: normal salt, acidic salt, basic salt, double salt, mixed salt, and the complex salt. Now we go study the detail of these 6 types of salt. First type is a normal salt. Normal salt is a simple salt which we use in a daily life, and can be formed by simple neutralization reaction of acid and base. Due to the neutralization of acid and base, we knew it. There are two salt and water is formed. The second one is you can see in the equation that there is a metallic oxide react with water, HCl acid, and forms salt and water. This is the normal salt, simple salt, can easily dissolve in water, can be edible. Okay? These are the normal salts. The second one are the acidic salts. The acidic salts are usually formed by the partial replacement of replaceable hydrogen. As we see in the above reaction, in the neutralization reaction, hydrogen completely replaces by the metallic part. But in the acidic salt, the metallic part is not able to completely replace the hydrogen ions. So it has the properties of the acid, like show the red litmus into blue, or give the properties of the acids. So that's why they are known as the acidic salt. You can see in the equation, as in the above equation, H2SO4 plus KOH, both are acids. Okay? Because there is more than one hydrogen in this H2SO4. There is more than one hydrogen in H2SO4. So potassium, any metallic part, is only capable to replace only one hydrogen. Now the presence of the hydrogen in this salt shows that this is a acidic salt, because it possesses the properties of the acid, because there is partial replacement of the replaceable hydrogen plus water. As I told you before, that it shows the properties of the acids. So it means it can be further neutralized by reacting with the base. ठीक है, because it is an acidic salt, so it can further be utilized by reacting it with a base. So in this reaction you can see this is the part of the acidic salt and plus base. So now this base will be completely replace this hydrogen and will be converted into salt and water. ठीक है, you have two examples in the book. You can do the first one. With the first reaction we have seen that H2SO4 and KOH, they form KHSO4 plus water. This hydrogen shows the properties of the acid, and this hydrogen when again reacted with KOH, it converted into K2SO4 plus water. The next one is the basic salts. The other type is the basic salt. As we know that acidic salts are formed by the incomplete or partial replacement of the replaceable hydrogen. So basic salt are formed by the partial replacement of the replaceable hydroxyl ion. ठीक है, in this process you can see that in the first equation you can see that the HCl यानी chloride ion are not able to completely replace the hydroxyl ion. ठीक है, only one chlorine is added and one hydroxyl ion is replaced by one chlorine. They were the 3 hydroxyl ion, and in this equation you can see there are 2 hydroxyl ion, ठीक है, and 1 chlorine. There was no chlorine. So it means this presence of the hydroxyl ion show the properties of the bases with water. It shows the properties of bases, so it is a basic salt. So because it shows the properties of the base, we again replace it this ionizable hydroxyl ion by reacting it with an acid. So it will take 3 steps to convert it into the complete normal salt. So AlOH2 again react with HCl and converted to AlOH. Now the second hydroxyl ion is replaced by this chlorine. Now there was one chlorine in the reactant and 2 chlorine in the product. There were 2 hydroxyl ion in the reactant and 1 hydroxyl ion in the product. Still it shows the properties of the hydroxyl ion, so it means it is a partially ionizable. ठीक है, the last one is you can see in the last equation that aluminum hydroxide and chlorine completely replace the ionizable hydroxyl ion into water. ठीक है, now in this reaction hydroxyl ion is completely removed from the chlorine and it converted into AlCl plus water, which is a normal salt. This is the basic salt. In the basic salt, if there is more than 1 hydroxyl ion in the base, so it will be removed in step by step. So first the basic salt is formed, and then which shows the properties of the bases, as you know, blue litmus into red. So it will show the properties of the bases. So when and behave like a basis, as we can see that in this process that OH again and again react with acid and converted into hydroxyl, converted into salt. The other is the double salts. Double salts are formed by the saturated solution of 2 salts. We take the equimolar of the both salt and we prepare a saturated solution. After some time, the double salt will form. They not chemically change each other, but they form a single salt, just like potassium. We take the equimolar of potassium sulfate and aluminium sulfate, and we make a saturated solution in water. So with water molecule, they make a double salt. The other one is a complex mixed salt. We simply mix the chlorine in the bleaching agent in the calcium chloride and convert it into the bleaching powder. So it is a mixed salt. We just mix the oxychloride in water. The next one is the complex salt. These salts are very complex. In the higher classes, inshallah, you will study about it. That a simple salt mixed together make a complex like potassium ferrocyanide, in which potassium is a cationic part, ferrocyanide is an anionic part. 4 potassium cover the ferrocyanides. So this is the complex form of the salt, and these are known as the complex salt. Here we study the 6 type of salt: normal, acidic, basic, double, mixed and complex salts. Now we come to the last part of the salt, that are the uses of salt. The uses of salt are huge. There is a huge application of the salt. First we are starting with the sodium chloride, which is a common salt which we use for the edible purpose. It can be used as table salt, de-icing of the roads. Sodium metal and caustic soda can be used for sodium metal, which is further used in the caustic soda. Recall the industries and you will come to know the sodium metal is also prepared from the brine solution NaCl plus water. The second one is a sodium carbonate soda ash, and it is a manufacture of glass, detergents, paper and other chemicals. Then we have sodium carbonate washing soda, which is, as the name shows, used for the cleaning agent for the domestic and softening of hot water, manufacture of chemical like caustic soda, borax, glass, etc. And then we have sodium sulfate. This is used for manufacture of glass, paper and detergent. Sodium silicate, which we use as for the manufacture of detergents and adhesives and cleaning agents. Then we have sodium chlorate, used for the explosives, plastics and other chemical. Sodium tetraborate, used for the manufacture of heat resistance like glazes, enamels, leather industry and soaking and cleaning hides. Hides जो होती है, that is the animal skin. और उसके बाद next we have calcium chloride, used for de-icing of agent, drying agent के तौर पे यूज होता है, freezing agent के तौर पे यूज होता है. And then we have calcium hydroxide, used as drying agent of alcohols and steel making, water treatment, other chemical like slag lime. Calcium hydroxide है, bleaching powder है, other carbide, purification of sugar है, manufacture of calcium oxide है, sodium, so many applications. And calcium sulfate used for as a gypsum, and prepare the plaster of Paris, making statues, cast is also a type of the statues. And potassium nitrate fertilizers के लिए use होता है, flint for the glass, ठीक है. And simply the neutralization reactions are the basic reaction for the formation of the salts. With this we have completed our chapter number 10, which is very important exam point of view. In exam there are 2 MCQs and 1 long question, 3 MCQs and 1 long question come from this chapter. So according to this, according to exam point of view, this is very important chapter. It carry a huge marks, 10 to 11 marks की जो weightage है वो इस chapter से आती है. तो और there are so many important long questions in this chapter. First 3 theories can be considered as a long question. Then we have the topic of the properties of chemical and physical properties, chemical properties of acid and base, uses of acid and base, or if you check your previous paper you can see them. And then preparation of salts and as well as type of salts, they are also included in the long questions. Thank you very much.